Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pointless Void podcast, a writer's room podcast where two friends and screenwriters get together and turn a dumb idea into a movie idea. It has been exactly 2 months since we've released an episode. That's actually not true. We did release an episode that we had to delete. That I'm not going to tell you the reason why, because that defeats the purpose of why we deleted it.
Yep.
But that kind of sounds bad now that I said that. We didn't do anything bad. It's just like we're not trying to get killed by a mouse is all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, all I will say is confidentiality. Although, really funnily, we can say this part. There was a movie involving Powerline, and ever since we made it, I have seen so many Powerline t-shirts at the park. Like everyone wears a Powerline t-shirt now.
Really, people are into Powerline. We're talking about the Powerline from the
Yeah.
Goofy movie. If you did see that episode, I actually love that episode. I hate that we had to delete it, but
I know, right? It was a good one.
anyway, that's not relevant because it's gone. So
Exactly.
as far as you guys are concerned, it's literally been 2 months since we've done an episode. Because Carter's a slave now for Disney. He works
Yeah.
30 hours a day, basically, eight days a week. And
It's a rough time getting paid $1 an hour.
is
No, I'm
that
just
really? I was like, what the heck?
kidding.
They would do that.
You're kidding, right?
They would do that.
They'd be like,
Um,
oh, they go, you can go
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
parks whenever you want. And so that's really your paycheck, is being able to go to the parks.
Yeah. Also, we forgot to introduce ourselves at the beginning of the podcast. My name is
yeah.
Rooster, and this is my friend Goose. We're here. We were just in a big movie recently. Yeah.
Yeah, throw on the aviators.
If you're just watching audio, go watch our video version on the Jack Huckabee YouTube channel, or there's also going to be a Spotify version, which is probably where most of you guys will watch it. But yeah, we have our Top Gun glasses, our Top Gun mustaches. I've got this isn't really a Rooster Hawaiian shirt, but it was as close as I could get. Carter, what do you have? Oh, you do have a Hawaiian shirt.
I do have a Hawaiian shirt. So it's really funny. This is it's in a Hawaiian shirt, but Mickey's hidden on the Hawaiian shirt
Mm.
because this is what they sell here for super cheap.
Yeah.
And so this is what I got. Although only if you like look for Mickey will you find it. That's why I got this one. It's because it's a Hawaiian shirt, but also it's not like overly Mickey Mouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, because we had to delete the episode where we explained this, just so you guys know before we get into the episode, we are obviously not in the same place. We're doing this over a phone call, which is not ideal, but we're on the opposite sides of the country. I'm on the West Coast, Carter's on the East Coast. So, it's just
We're
what we
8
gotta
states
do.
away.
8, is that really what it is? You counted.
Yeah.
That's
8 states,
only
straight line.
8?
I don't know. It make you feel like it'd be a lot more.
I mean, there's 50 of them, but I guess they're also stacked up. So 8 is not really. 8 is actually a
Yeah,
lot.
we're just kind of going through a line. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And the states mainly go east to west in length. Not too many are like up and down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take the
So-
glasses off now so I can actually see. But
Yeah, see what's going on.
it was it's fun. I bought these glasses. I I bought those glasses for a TikTok, and I shaved my beard for a TikTok, and I've kept the mustache for a month. No, it's only been 3 weeks. It hasn't been a full month. How long has it been?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But yeah,
It's been about 3 weeks.
I
It
don't.
was like the first week Top Gun Maverick came out.
Yeah. Sometimes I really like the look. Like in the camera, I don't think it looks that good. I kind of look like a 90s porn star. But like in person, I think it looks
Yeah.
kind of cool. Like I don't hate it. Like for the summer, I'm kind of down to keep it. But back when winter starts again,
I know that's kind of my love.
when winter starts again, I think the beard's coming back, the full beard.
People have said they like it, and I wasn't planning on keeping it, but they're like, "No, it looks good." And I'm like, "All right."
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
keep it a
I've
little
actually had a lot
longer.
of people.
And my brother's coming down. What'd you say?
I've had a lot of people say they like it, so it's
Yeah, no, you either love or you hate it. There's no in between.
it's true. It's true. I mean, but it's in
But
right
my
now.
brother's
Like
coming out.
Top Gun Maverick was like the biggest movie in a while, and so the style, I mean, it's in. And I guess we're sheep. We just follow what everyone likes.
Exactly. That's the plan. That's why we're here, right? We're trying to be herders by being filmmakers, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's the challenge. If you listen to this episode and you shave your mustache to look not like us, but to look like actually no. If you shave it to look like us, if you shave it to look like Rooster or Tom or not Rooster or Tom Cruise or Goose, don't don't do this. But if you
Hmm.
do it because you want to look like us, go to
Yes.
Spotify, go to our thing where you can send us a audio recording and tell us about how you shaved your mustache because we want to know.
We want to hear everybody, even the women. If you can grow a mustache, grow it. No.
You know, uh, yeah, if you could grow a mustache, ladies, do it. That would be kind of cute for like a one Instagram post.
Exactly.
I don't know any women that can do that. I feel like if women could do that, that could be a style that would be kind of cool in a weird way. Like if some women did it, I'd be
Right. Have
like,
you ever
it's
seen
kind of fire.
Yeah, you've seen Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, of course. Actually, I've never seen the original movie. I've only seen the extended cuts.
That's okay. That's okay, actually. That's probably better.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between a 9 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10. But in the Two Towers where Gimli's talking about the dwarfs, he's like, "Oh, people mistake us. We do have women dwarfs, but they just have so much hair that they kind of look like the men."
It just looks so manly that you would never know.
You would never know. And he's like, "Ho ho ho!" Like that's
Yes.
our challenge for everybody.
Get some handsome women. Being a handsome woman is not a bad thing. Being a handsome
No,
woman
no,
is great. So,
exactly.
do we want to move on to our movie writing, our script writing?
Let's do it.
We
Let's do it.
haven't written a movie together in a month.
Yeah, but it's just like riding a bike.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll get
Oh,
into it.
speaking of script writing, our episode that we did. This is not for the listeners. This is for you, Carter. But the episode we did with the short film we were gonna do, the like
Yeah.
environmentalist one. I actually started writing a
Mhm.
script. Like I actually started
Did you
writing.
really?
Yeah, I've been working on it. I'll send it to you.
Let's go.
I'll send it to you when I'm a little bit farther in, and then you can edit it, and then I'll edit it. So we can talk about
Awesome.
that not on the podcast, but
Right. That's very cool. Hey, pointless void going places.
yeah, yeah. I'm ready to shoot this film. I have some ideas. It's gonna be great.
That'd be sweet.
We need to get into Sundance. It's coming. It went right past us, and we didn't have a film to submit, and we were right close there. We were right there.
Right? We were right there. Next school year though.
Next
What?
school
Because
year
when
we'll
is
have
it?
the film.
It's not January, is it? When is it?
Is it February? I don't remember, but
February?
I remember when we were talking about it, we had like just missed it.
Yeah.
But
Which makes sense because I came in January. I guess, yeah, February.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Well, okay.
the concept for today is I've been wanting to take a music video and turn it into a movie. And we did do this already with the Lil Nas X Old Town Road song, which I
Mhm.
forgot we did. But we actually are going to make a second one to that. That's going to be the next episode that comes out. If you liked that episode that we did. But the reason I wanted to do this is because I'm a big K-pop fan. I have been for a really long time, since 2014. And so there's just hundreds of these incredibly produced music videos, and a lot of them have like kind of obscure stories to them that they never really explain. It's like it's just in the music video. You're like, oh, that was interesting, but like nothing comes of that. Just because it's a music video, it's not a movie. And so I thought it
Right.
would be interesting if we just kind of like watched one enjoyed the music, enjoyed all that, but then like tried to create a story with what we just saw. And I also was excited to do it with a Korean music video or any language, just because there won't be any words that we can understand. So we won't be influenced at all by the words. We'll only be influenced by what we're seeing. So that's the prompt. That's what we're going to try to do. And it was actually hard for me to pick one. There's so many great music videos, but I was trying to find one that I knew we would be able to turn into a script. And so I've been searching for literally since I came up with the idea over a month ago to try to find the one that I really wanted to do. And the one I settled on was a song called Dumdi Dumdi by the girl group Idel. And this is going to be a Western because they themed their music video in like an old West, like this. It's like a ghost town, but it's not, because there's a motel there that's running, but there's like nothing else. Anyway, you'll see the music video. We were trying to share our screens with each other so we could record it. It's going to be kind of difficult. I don't know how we're going to actually do this. So if the podcast cuts right here, then you know why. But we're going to try to watch it. We're going to try to watch it together, and then I'll try to, in the video version, edit it so you can see what we're seeing and you can hear what we're seeing. So,
and if worse comes to worse, if this gets cut, just hop onto this music video, watch it real quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, even if you do see it in the podcast, go give it a watch, because the audio is not going to be great here. You're not going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to see it, just so you kind of have context, but you're not going to get the whole experience. And this is a great music video. I love this song. This is not my first time watching this music video. I think it is my 52nd time. I just made that up. I've watched it a lot of times. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times, but this is Carter's first time. So
yep. So you're all of you are going to be joining me with it.
So let's do this, Carter. So do you have it pulled up to play? Because we're going to have to play it.
I have it on 0, getting ready to press play.
We're going to have to play it at the exact same time so that we can comment together, because that's the only way we're going to do it. So we'll go a 3, 2, 1, I guess. So you do 3, 2, 1 when you hit play.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
So we're looking at a dirt road.
You see a little lizard.
Yeah, an iguana.
I love the car.
Beautiful car, beautiful car. So this girl looks like the rebel.
Uh-huh.
Her car broke down in this desert.
It almost like she knew that was going to happen, though.
Yeah, I feel like she's one of those girls that's like, we're just going to drive until we break down. We'll see what happens.
Like, without, like, any facial expression, besides her, not RBF, but,
yeah.
Like...
This girl seems like a rich girl to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
She got like a
first.
cowgirl coming in. So I don't know if you read. I don't know if you read the words at the beginning, but it just said these like 5 people of totally different backgrounds come together for something. That's what the word said. At the beginning.
Okay.
It was really quick. You would have had to have paused it. Got the hippie lady.
Mm-hmm.
The girl that I'm dubbing is the rich girl is tanning outside. Would you go sit outside of the desert? That's a weird thing to do.
Right.
The waiter, I mean. Men and women are waiters. This is my favorite part. A lot of this is just them like together, just because that's how music videos work. But
I like the music.
It's great music. I love this song.
Yeah.
Ooh, they destroyed the room. We could definitely add that into it. Them
We
filling
definitely.
filling up suds in the bar area. Apparently that's what that is.
Any more?
And we got a dance around the fire. It hasn't happened yet, but I know it's gonna happen. There it is.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. I just know everything that's gonna happen before it happens because I've seen it.
I video memory.
So we could definitely add this into the story in some way. I don't know how, but and I believe that's the end.
Dumdi Dumdi. Okay.
So
I like it. I actually feel like there's a lot we could use from that one.
there is a lot that yeah. So what did you think of the music right off the bat?
Very catchy. Very like almost like a summer beat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I could see him using that exact same beat. I mean, I would say words, but I don't know the words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, like a lot of like party songs, like REM. Like
Uh-huh.
it would be a good one that a lot of people could do like remixes with. That
Yep.
they combine other words and songs too. It's a great beat.
It's a great song. I love that song. I love the group. If you're interested, you should check out more of their music. Yeah. Um, so the basic story, what do we think happened? So the music video starts out, hopefully I'll be able to edit it so you can see it, but if you didn't see it,
Mhm.
uh, this one girl comes, she's driving her car and it breaks down, it overheats, I'm assuming. They're in the desert. And she has like what do you call that outfit? Like the leather, like when they have all that leather like cut. What is that called?
It's not the
Fringe?
tassels. It's
Is it called a
the
tassel? It's not called tassel though.
is it shoestring? Is it called like horsestring? I can't remember, but
I don't know.
a
It was
little
just
wavy.
it's a cool outfit. She looks great.
Right.
But I kind of thought of her as like the kind of rebel, like free spirit, adventurous girl. She just like got
Hmm.
in her car. She's like, I'm just gonna go until I stop.
Hmm.
Wherever life takes me, that's what's happening. I feel like that's the kind of character she is.
I also felt like the girl that was working the diner.
Yeah,
I felt like she was the one that was like itching for adventure.
for
You know what
sure,
I
for
mean?
sure.
Like she's the one that's tired of being in that diner. She has her face against the cooler. She's laying on the table. She does not want to be there. So maybe I don't
Yeah,
know, something gets her out of there. Like or meets these group of people and an adventure starts. She just doesn't want to be there anymore. You know what I mean?
I feel like she's our main character. That's what I'm
Yeah.
feeling. Like it's we're telling her story, and then these other kind of crazy, not crazy, but interesting people show up. These other women,
Right.
and they take her on whatever this um,
Mhm.
Western adventure is.
They definitely their vehicle they use once that car breaks down is the hippies vehicle, her little van. That's definitely the vehicle they take.
Definitely, yeah. So who are all the characters? Because the girl, her name is Sujin. She was the one who was in the hotel room. She was the second one we saw. She was already in the hotel room, like on
That's
her
like,
bed. What's
what was she
her?
doing in the hotel room?
Yeah, what's
She's just
her
there.
story? Because I feel like the characters that we have the rebel girl, the free spirit. We have the rich girl is the how I thought she might be.
Yeah, yeah.
The hippie girl and the cowgirl. But what is the other girl? The one that was in the I keep saying girl, I should say woman, but because they're women, they're not children. But the one in just in the hotel room, what's her story? Because she
Mm.
was the most vague of who she is.
Well, she's definitely in the middle of nowhere. For what reason is she there? Maybe she's trying to, I don't know, is she trying to leave?
I don't know. We technically could cut her out because sad story. G Idol fans know this, and I know you're gonna cry when I say it. Sujin got kicked out of the group after they made that song. So she's technically
Really?
it's super stupid, and I actually hate it. Like K-pop fans hate that she got kicked out. She got kicked out because people were accusing her of being a bully in middle school. Like someone was like, "Yeah, Sujin like was such a bully to me in middle school," and like people were coming out with accusations against her. Which even if she was the meanest person in middle school, I don't feel like that's a reason to ruin your adult career. You know what I mean?
No.
But it did.
You were 13. No, not even 13. You were like 12 or 11.
But her company kicked her out. And so she's not part of the group. She hasn't been in the last 2 songs.
Really?
So we could kick her out of the movie.
That's a shocker.
I don't want to kick her out of the movie. I love her. She's one of my favorites. But
We're keeping her in the movie.
we're definitely keeping her in. She's
Let's
the
see.
I don't know. But do we want to start the movie telling everyone's story or just telling the waiter's story? Like, do we want to know? Like, do we want to know why this hippie girl brought her trailer to this middle of nowhere motel? Do we want to show how everyone ended up there, or is it just like this girl is the waitress? She's restless. She wants to leave. She hates it. She's only there because her dad owns the motel or something like that. And then these people just start showing up, or do we also want them to have their full stories told?
That's a good idea.
I don't know if we started off at the beginning.
What'd you say?
I don't know if we start. I think the beginning we just start with the waiter.
That's what I was thinking. I think we start with the main character because I feel like if this story as it goes throughout,
and we can fill
end up figuring out things about their background that is like, that's necessary. You'll just kind of you'll figure it out as it goes.
Yeah, we can fill it in as it goes.
Things will be done.
So we start. First shot is just. I liked that shot of her hugging that. Hugging
the ice cooler,
not
the ice cooler, but the drinks.
Yeah, because I feel like that could be a good shot. It sets up one. It's just like hot as heck. Like that, like she has to just be literally hugging this thing, or she's just sweating to death. So that just sets up kind of the setting. It's just this is a miserable place to be, and so I don't know. Is this a cliche shot to literally like start the movie by zooming from the cooler to then her like just the side of her face,
like face against it, like
yeah.
I don't think so.
I kind of like.
And before this, do we have? So is that like the first scene in the movie? Or do we start off with like just a little clip about what the rebel rouser was doing as she was coming in? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe she was robbing, whatever. Like you have like that scene, you know what I mean? Then like incident where it's like bang, bang, boom. And then it cuts to
maybe
her face on the ice cooler. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Or this could... I'm just trying to think of how we want to structure the movie. So, because I kind of want to start with her, this cooler girl, right off the bat. I feel like we zoom out on her hugging the cooler, and then like the door flies open, and this girl rushes in and is like using the cooler to get water or the drink, whatever was in it, because she's like dying because her car, she's been stuck in this desert. And her car just stopped. And that's our rebel girl. I'm not telling you their names, not because sometimes I forget them, but because you won't know who I'm talking about. So I'm trying to make it as generic as possible. So,
right. So rebel girl
the rebel girl, she comes in, and then she... I don't know. I feel like she doesn't talk to the waiter there. She just kind of then ditches, but the girl's like really intrigued, like, "Ooh, who was that?" You know what I mean?
Because it looks like no one's been in there forever. And this girl comes in, gets like water, especially the way she's dressed. She has her suitcase in one hand, gets it, and then just like walks out.
Yeah, because it kind of showed her in that diner, like no one was in there. She's in there. She's like, oh, just kind of sweeping, like whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. She's like literally like trying to spin the fan with her broom. Like, so I just feel like no one's
Yeah.
ever there. She's just bored all the time. So she was just intrigued by this woman.
Right.
Um, so then I feel like I'm kind of envisioning a shot of like, so then we leave the waiter and now we're following the rebel girl and she like bumps in. She's trying to go get a room. And she goes in and she bumps into the rich girl who just got her key, because that scene was in the music video too, right? Of her getting her key.
Mhm.
And so what's the rich girl story? Why would this girl that has like she's just tired of her dad having total control over her life or something? Why is she escaping to this nowhere
The
motel?
first thing I was thinking was maybe her dad like disinherited her, and
Yeah,
she just has to go.
cut her
And
off
so
because she's
she's
way
like,
too spoiled,
yeah.
and she doesn't.
She's like,
Yeah,
well, we're going this way, I guess.
yeah, but I like that too. The hippie girl, is hippie a correct term for what she is? Like she's like a yogi, like
A
someone who
yogi, yeah.
like what do you call that? Because hippie, no, I get, is it hippie? I'm just trying to use the correct term to describe a person.
Right. It's like, I don't know. Like,
We'll use hippie,
okay.
like a '60s hippie vibe. Um,
Right.
I feel like
One
we,
that like Shaggy would be with.
I feel like she's the one where we don't get to really know what her deal is. Just like, yeah, she's here. You don't ask questions.
Yeah.
She's the weird
She's
one.
just kind of chilling. Hmm.
She's the weird one. So how do they all meet her? We're only one scene in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
actually
right at
excited.
the
I'm actually
beginning.
excited for how this story, what it can become, because normally when we write these scripts, if this is your first episode you're watching of ours, we normally like don't get into specifics like we're doing right now. We normally just like go
Right.
so generic and like we get the whole movie and like, oh well, now how do we get there? But for some reason with this one, I'm like super detailed with like
Get into the juice.
how the camera moves and okay, cowgirl.
We have a pen over. No.
What's her deal?
Um,
What's her deal?
which one?
The girl that was riding the horse had the cowboy hat on, came on in. Yuki is
Mm.
her name.
Maybe she's friends with the dining lady. Because if she's a cowboy in the
They
air, she
probably
probably
know
goes
each
to the
other. They
diner
probably
often.
know each other. Yeah,
You know what I
like her
mean?
only customer that she
It's like her
hardly
only, yeah, you know.
like she's a regular there.
Hmm. So
Yeah,
I'm guessing they know each other.
yeah. I actually that might be interesting because this waiter girl is she really is intrigued by all these women and she's like she wants to be able to involve herself with them and have an adventure with them for,
Mhm.
but she isn't uh she's too shy to do that or something, but because she knows the cowgirl in a business way, she's a customer, they're friends, um that's her in, I guess.
Yeah. So was the cowgirl at the diner? Well, never mind. I was gonna say, was the cowgirl at the diner with her when the rebel walked in?
Could be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but
Or the
yeah,
rebel walks out and she could like call the cowgirl. She's like, yo, like,
maybe, or she sees her later that
there
evening
you go.
and
Yeah,
just,
she's a regular, then she'll be at the diner.
and I feel like the cowgirl's like super outgoing, super fun, super interesting, and that's why
Hmm.
she's part of this. Like that's why she has an in with these other women, because she's just like everyone wants to talk to her.
Right.
And so like then later in the evening, she's at the diner and she's just like telling like, oh yeah, I met these women, and then the waiter girl's kind of excited because she's seen them and she wants to join them as well.
Right. Right. And
Interesting.
so we have that. We have, so that's three of them.
Hmm.
And we have and then we have the rich woman who, what do we say? She was disinherited.
Yeah, her dad just cut her off because she was being too spoiled, and she, I don't know, what's something she could have
Mhm.
done. I just got a bunch of credit card debt on some dumb bag, or I don't know, being super stereotypical about the rich spoiled girl.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never met one before. Have you? Like,
neither have I.
I lived in like a small town. Like, people were like just middle class. I never met super wealthy people. I've met super wealthy. I know a very wealthy person, but he's an older person, doesn't have any kids. Like, that's the only wealthy person I've ever met in my entire life. So I
Yeah.
literally don't know what a spoiled rich girl is other than movies and cliche. So,
Yeah, your
you know,
stereotypical, like, I don't know, star-paced fabulous adventure, whatever.
yeah, yeah, this girl's Sharpay.
Yeah.
The girl who plays her is not that. I mean, she is probably rich because she became rich off of being
Right.
a K-pop star, but I don't know her personality because it's all fake. It all could be fake. Anyway, you don't need to get into
Right,
that.
right.
Okay. What is the so we now have, I guess, kind of a first little bit of a scene. What
Hmm.
so now, just to get more into generic stuff, what what is their adventure going to be? What makes them leave this motel? Or maybe they could have an adventure at the motel. I mean, the music video portrayed that because
Right.
they destroyed the bar with all the suds from the I don't know what dishwasher. What
Yeah.
they did that. There was a above ground pool they were hanging out in.
Hmm.
They were dancing and singing inside the hippie girl's trailer.
Yeah, the
They
campfire.
were doing like a dance around the fire, so that could all happen. Um, have you ever? Do you watch like any anime at all?
I do not.
I don't either. I've watched a
So,
few. Everyone I've watched, I
uh
actually really like. I bet.
heard they're really good.
Yeah, everyone tells me they're good, and I've seen like three or four, and all of them I've watched. I love. They're great shows.
Mhm.
But what I love about a lot of animes is they can take the most boring events and somehow make them interesting. Like, literally nothing
Yeah.
has happened. You're like, this is so entertaining. This this show I started watching, it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix, like Netflix picked it up. It wasn't made by Netflix, but it's only shown on Netflix.
Hmm.
And it's this show called Comey Can't Communicate. It's a good show if you are interested in that show. But the premise of that show is this girl is like super good looking. Everybody loves her. They think she's the coolest person on the planet. But she has such intense social anxiety, she literally cannot talk to people. But
Oh,
everybody thinks that she's so cool. Even the most popular kids in the school think they're not good enough to be her friend. So they think that she's not talking to them just because, oh, I'm like, I'm not as cool as her friends. And so she just, and everyone loves her, but she literally can't talk to anyone. And this guy um, recognizes that she doesn't talk. And so he asks her about it, and they have a conversation, and he ends up actually being her friend. And it's actually a really good, really heartwarming, really funny anime. But my point is that nothing happens in this anime. They're literally just at school. Like, someone will drop an eraser, and the way they animate it, it's like, how, like, it shouldn't be interesting. She dropped an eraser, but they made it the most dramatic moment that's ever happened.
yeah.
Like, she's freaking out and it there nothing happened, but they made it interesting. So
Hmm.
is that what this movie is? It's like their adventure really isn't anything, but I don't know. We're not that good of writers, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to sell myself short, but I don't know how we're going to make it interesting.
Right. Staying at the motel.
Yeah. with
There's
you.
got to be some, we could do like classic if we're going like that way, man. There's a party going on at this place. And here's what happens, right? The girl, she definitely goes to school. There has to be a high school somewhere, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Is uninvited from the biggest party that that county has to offer
yeah.
because she's not cool enough. So she creates her own at the motel with the help of these six ladies.
Yeah. Or I like that. I like that. Or maybe the rich girl who got cut off steals her dad's card or something. And so they're all there, but she
Like
shows up and
her
she's like,
thing is
I'm
like
throwing
one
the
last.
biggest
She's like,
banger. I'm throwing the biggest banger that's ever been. This is gonna be the greatest
I love that.
banger. It's a
What if
rager is what I meant to say. Throw
what if that's why she's at the motel? She's like, I want to throw the biggest party.
that's
And then
ever
she's
been.
like, where can I go? And like the only place that's open is this motel.
Yeah, yeah. So do you like that? I kind of like that.
I like that a lot, actually. I think that'd be pretty funny.
So yeah, so she's the last. So I guess the rich girl is the last girl to show up then,
Mhm.
because these other girls have been settled. They maybe meet each other. They maybe form some form of a friendship in as much as you can within one day, and then
Right.
the rich girl shows up, and she throws this party. I mean, the music video didn't show anyone else there, but
The old man that runs the place.
he was weirdly creepy to me. I don't know if you noticed,
I
like
thought he was
when he handed her the
weird.
key, he said something about little lady. Like I hate when people say little lady. It creeps me out.
It's like, whoa, buddy.
And he was holding a gun
Yeah,
later.
man, you're 5 years old. What'd you say?
And he's holding a gun later, wasn't he? Or was he holding a gun when he gave her the key? I
I
can't.
think it was later.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But
Um,
anyway, point is, he's a very weird dude.
yeah.
One that's like,
So should we? I mean, I do want him in the movie for sure.
yeah.
Is
But what is he?
he?
What is this in the movie?
I mean, he wouldn't be the. I don't think he would be the waiter's dad. I did say that like her dad owns the thing, but that doesn't feel. I don't
I
feel like
guess
her.
the diner though. He was the motel dude.
That's true. Oh, they were two different buildings, I guess.
Hmm. So he
Yeah.
could be the runner of the owner of the hotel. I don't feel like he's the enemy though. I just feel like he's like just kind of like this funny, like
He's
creepy old guy. You
just
know what
kind
I
of a
mean?
creepy old guy. Yeah, he doesn't cause them any harm or any. He's just a weirdo. He's just an old guy that
I
lives in
think it
an
has to be
abandoned
the
town.
other people, the other people in town are the ones that are causing the issue. Like the villains. Like I don't know. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be them. Who would cause the conflict?
Who would cause the conflict?
Daddy? I don't know. They're like, Daddy finds out this party is about to happen.
Yeah, for sure. The card holder. Maybe what it is she the rich girl is going to throw this huge rager. She invites people, but then her dad like catches her before the charge goes through.
Mm,
Like he catches her before the charge goes through. So then all the vendors are like, no, we're not coming. Like, so the party, and then the people that do show up like realize that the party isn't happening because, and they only care about her, I guess, because of her money. And so they
funny.
disappear. They disappear. But then I don't know where I'm going with this. But then the women just like, oh, we could just go to the bar, and then they accidentally flood it, and then we could have a fire and just sing and like that's how they end up having fun. That's kind of lame. I just don't know what the conflict's going to be. The party not happening.
Right. The party not happening. Probably, the dad intervenes. They're like, hey, he's coming. And so they find out, but they refuse to cancel it. They're like, no, we're gonna find a way to do it. And so then like I like have these scenes like all these private jets and helicopters are coming to this like random bar, like limousines, and then there's nothing there. I would like the drink machine is still there. They come in, they're like, what is this place? You know what I mean? And then they find out that it's not an actual party, and then like you said, and then they just all leave. But like I feel like there should be like a bigger
I don't know. I mean,
Oh, so
I don't know what it would be, but I like that movie just feels lame to me. It's like, oh, the moral of the story is the rich girl can have fun without all the money. That's stupid. It's not stupid. It's a good message, but it feels kind of boring to me.
it feels really boring.
Um, I'm just thinking. What happens in I mean, so this was a Western theme. What's like a
Right.
what's a trope in Western movies? Because so far hasn't really been a Western. It just happens to be taking place in this rundown town. Not that it doesn't have to be a Western.
Let's
I'm
see.
just trying to come up with new ideas.
Yeah. So trope and Western. Let's see. Have you seen Maverick
Um,
with Mel Gibson and Jodie Foster and James Garner?
no, I should watch it though.
Super funny. It's about a poker player who's trying to make it to the biggest poker game uh east west of the Mississippi.
Okay.
And that's the whole movie is him trying to get the money to be able to play inside this poker game. So there's one kind of trope,
Okay.
heroes, I guess in reality it's just the hero's journey, right? Like three separate quests to be able to get to
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
main
Yeah.
challenge. Let's see, there's the classic vengeful one where like someone does something wrong and they form a team to avenge them.
Just, you just sparked an idea in my mind with the gambling thing. What if the rebel girl, the reason why she's running away is because she has a ton of gambling debt and someone's just coming after her, and that's why she's just driving until she ends up breaking down. Is because she's running from her.
Breaks down.
I don't know. That
And
might be
that's why
kind of
like
fun.
full of cash, like that's why like you open up the suitcase and just cash a bunch of cash like flickered out of it. You know what I mean?
Did that happen in the movie?
Yeah.
I've seen the music video so many times, but like it's been a while. This is the first time I watched it in a while, and so I just forgot little
Mhm.
details like that. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, that's actually interesting. Did she steal the money, or she just like she con? She just conned a casino.
I think
I think she conned a
yeah.
casino. Like this is
Uh-huh.
in Nevada. I mean that would make sense. Like it could easily happen in Nevada.
Right?
Scenery wise, and so she conned this casino, and so she has all this money, but the casino, like obviously they got the people coming after them for cheating and getting,
But she
because I feel like that's more
no.
respectable than just having a bunch of I mean it's not respectable, you're still a criminal I guess, but it's more cool than just being someone who has a bunch of debt and they're running. It's cooler that she's like smart enough to try to cheat the casino.
A casino in Nevada. Like pretty impressive.
Yeah, good for
So she
her.
cons right? She's out of there. And then
So that's her backstory. We wrote her backstory.
mhm.
So we wrote the rich girl's backstory. We wrote the casino, or not the casino girl. Now she's the casino girl. The rebel girl's backstory. The hippie girl has no backstory, or she has like this super. She like keeps implying all these crazy life stories, but then she doesn't like elaborate. And you're like, oh,
Yeah,
please
she's like, oh,
tell
I
me.
remember when I was in Mozambique. And they're like, what? And they're like, never mind.
Yeah, I feel like I like that character for her. Just like she seems like the most
Mhm.
interesting person on the planet. Either she's a pathological liar or she's the most interesting person on the planet, but we never find out.
Exactly. I like it.
Then the girl that was just already in the hotel room, we still haven't. We kind of forgot she existed again.
We did. What would she do? What is she doing in small town in Nevada?
Maybe she's just I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's just like she was reading magazines and stuff. What if she's like
What if she I don't know why I think this is funny. What if she kind of got conned on a vacation? What if she thought she was going to like this exotic like
oh so
Nevada resort and she accidentally ended up in like this motel?
so she's just the stereotypical like dumb girl.
Yeah, not dumb girl, but like
But she just got conned
yeah,
into a
she
bad
just got
trip.
conned. She just got like,
I mean, yeah,
ended up
actually,
taking this
I actually don't want to put
or
a dumb
conned.
girl in a movie because I don't know. It's just I feel like it's just kind of demeaning in a way. You're like saying that women are idiots. Like I feel like they did that a lot in like the 90s and early 2000s. Like every woman was like a huge, like just so stupid. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I don't actually want to do that. But yeah, she just got conned in this vacation. She's gonna make the best of it because she's optimist. Are you an optimist, Carter? What do you consider yourself?
I don't know. Depends on my mood. No, I'm just
I actually feel
have
that
you,
exact same way. I can't
the
answer
reason
that
I was going
question.
with this is, have you ever seen the Looney Tunes show?
Um, Probably, yeah, I've probably seen some of it. No,
Okay, so they did like the Looney Tunes, but they made it into a sitcom.
okay,
It
yeah,
went
yeah,
two
I know
seasons
what
on
it is. Yeah,
Cartoon Network. One of the greatest things I've ever seen. But there was an episode where Daffy Duck figures out that what spring break is. And he's like, I want to go on spring break. And so he makes this whole trip to Acapulco, which is this place in Mexico. I think it was like Acapulco or something. And he's taking on this bus that's like on this edge of this cliff. And you can tell that it's getting worse and worse and worse and like quality wise. And finally he gets off this bus and he's in the middle of this town. And he's like, this doesn't make any sense. And he's with Porky Pig. And he's like, I don't know. Maybe this is where we're meant to be. And he goes to the dude, he goes, excuse me, can you tell me where the resort is? And they're like, this is like a small town. We don't have a resort. And he goes, I'm looking for Acapulco. He goes, oh, Acapulco. He goes, this town's called Tacapulco. He's like, you took the wrong way. He goes, that bus doesn't come back for a week. And so he's like, we're having spring break inside this town. And like, he like pretends to go streaking, but he's like an animal. Anyway, that's where I was going with the
but no
idea
one
that he got
notices it
caught like
because Daffy Duck's always naked. Isn't Daffy Duck always naked?
yeah, that's the joke. Yeah. So he walks around and everyone's like, I don't get what's going on. He's like, I have no clothes. And they're like, I still don't get it. He's like, I am naked.
Yeah.
And then he gets thrown into jail. But like when he was like, let's go streaking, what he did is he took off that white streak. They say in the show that it's a necklace. And he took off the necklace and that was it. And he's like, now let's go streaking.
He is naked for Daffy. That's naked.
That's where I got the idea from. Not that she got caught, but like, I don't know. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying she was a stupid woman. I was
Yeah, no, I get that. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
What if the cowgirl is like secretly like super wealthy, like she owns like 6 super successful ranches or something, but she just like never tells anyone?
Yeah.
Like they find out at the end like she's like a multi-billionaire from these ranches, like she like owns like Tyson or something, like the Tyson meat company. I don't know, I just had that random thought.
You're like, what's your last name? Tyson.
I don't know, I just thought that would be a kind of a funny joke at the end, like she's just like the most humble one, but then you find out she's actually the, I don't know, I just had that thought.
The wealthiest.
If we want to add that in.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
We're already 15 minutes into this episode, and we have a lot. I think we've set up a lot of character to work with, and we have the first scene.
Mm-hmm. And we have I think, possibility for a little bigger conflict with the person conning the casinos.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You could have a lot.
That could lead.
You could have a lot of different potential conflicts. You could have conflict with the motel owner, the creepy guy. You could have conflict with the rich dad. You could have conflict with the casino people. You could have conflict with the I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot. Maybe this should be a series. This is our first sitcom, Carter. Our first anime.
There we go.
Our first live action anime.
Our first live action anime.
It's like
is going to be series. I don't know. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. I feel like that could go well, actually.
I mean, I'm sure there's live action. Well,
if you just come up with it right, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, live action anime, those contradict each other, but I'm sure they've done live action stuff in the style of anime. Maybe they haven't, but yeah, I'm sure they have. Japan has Japan has incredible storytelling. Speaking of like incredible movies from another country, have you seen this movie RRR?
Mm-mm.
It's this Bollywood movie. I don't even know why I brought this up, but it's just an incredible movie. Like the storytelling, incredible. The music, incredible. The actual film, like the way that they shot it is beautiful. The visual effects, incredible. It's like, and it's in Hindi. Is that the language they speak in India? But
Oh, really?
it's like just an incredible action movie. I would recommend
That's cool.
anyone watching. And it has a lot of the Bollywood tropes. I don't know if you've ever even seen a Bollywood movie, but
I have not.
it has a lot of those things, but they do it like a lot of Bollywood is just over the top. You're like, why did they have that scene? That's so random, but it's like it's just in there. Who cares? But this one they do that, but everything like has significance. It's just a fantastic film. I would recommend it to anyone interested in experiencing it. If you really only watch movies from your like what you're used to, I would recommend like checking it out and experiencing a new media form because they do it totally. Bollywood is incredible. They have so much money, so much like Bollywood is its own thing, totally separate from Hollywood, obviously. And they make some great films that people in America just like don't know exist.
Well, it's funny because I was talking to somebody. I was talking to one of my friends here actually about the movie Parasite. Now, I have not seen Parasite yet.
That's my favorite. I love that movie. That's one of my favorites.
I was actually telling her about you. I was like, yeah, no, that's one of my buddy's like favorite films. And I was like, I haven't seen it. And I was like, honestly, when it first came out, I was probably like, oh, subtitle. You know what I mean? Like it's not an American film.
No, that's how a lot of people are, yeah.
And I realized now that I need to go see this movie. And she was talking about it. She goes, she was saying that when I can't remember the director's name or the creator, but when he accepted his Oscar for best film, one of the things he said is once Americans stop being scared of subtitles, they'll be able to find a whole new world of cinema or like movie and entertainment that they've never even heard of. And there's so much good, like so many good things out there.
Yeah, yeah. And that's true with Korea. Like Korea has some incredible dramas, like television shows. Japan has incredible animation and incredible movies. Korea has incredible movies. India has incredible movies. France, Germany, all these places have all these things that people from the other countries don't even know they exist. Most of the world watches American films, but yeah, there's all these great films.
You know how you were talking about the Bollywood trope? Yeah. You know how they have these random scenes and sometimes people are like, this doesn't make any sense. I wonder if that's how other countries feel about our action movies. Probably. They're like, here's an action scene, very cool, but they're like, this has nothing to do.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like not most Michael Bay films, but some Michael Bay films, they're like,
yeah,
this thing exploding, this makes sense.
Yeah, and that actually like is very similar to how I feel about like K-pop music. Like we just tried to write this whole movie from this short music video. You enjoyed the music, but so many people won't give it the time of day because like, oh, it's not in English. Like you're missing out on these great beats, and like that's just like and a lot of people think that K-pop is just like cutesy but like every genre that you can think of exists in K-pop. I could talk about this forever, but I just wish people would like open their minds to more entertainment because there's some beautiful creators and artists making these things that are never going to be seen because you're like, oh, I'll only watch the Marvel movies. You know what I mean?
Right. No, it's true. It's true. It's sad.
Yep. The Marvel movies are good though. Have you seen why is my brain dying right now? Did you watch the new Doctor Strange movie?
I did.
I didn't see it in theaters. It came out on Disney Plus a few days ago and I watched it.
What did you think of it?
I actually really enjoyed it. Like, I thought it was really good. I love Wanda as a villain. I think she's super creepy. And I always thought, I'm like, she's getting too powerful. She's not going to be able to be a hero for very much longer. So I loved her as a villain. They technically categorized it as a horror movie, and it did have a lot of horror tropes, which I love. I'm a huge horror fan. So that
Right.
was great. Um, I like the America girl. I think she has some potential to be very interesting. America Chavez.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah. And
There
then
was
we,
there were some good things. There were some things I wasn't the biggest fan of, but in the end, I thought it was a decent movie. Like I was like, that's good. Mhm.
yeah. Have you seen any of the new Miss
Miss
Marvel?
Marvel?
Miss Marvel. Yeah, that's what it is.
I haven't. My roommate has, and he loves it.
Um, yeah, I was bored one day, so I watched a few episodes of it. The character, I actually really love her. Like, I think she's super endearing, and everyone in the show is really compelling. But they like ruined her superpower. Like, Miss Marvel has a really cool superpower. She can change the size of her body. So, like, she can make her fists giant, or she can like shrink down and to make her like self super skinny and like go in between stuff, or she can like grow her legs really long or her arms really long. That's what she does in the comic books. But in the show, she like creates this like what they called hard light. So like this stuff comes out of her and it like hardens so she can like make it like a giant fist. But like mostly what she does is she creates things that she like runs on. And I'm just like, that's so much more lame. Like I like the character so much, but you ruined her superpower. So that's what I don't like about it.
So I've had heard complaints about that because what someone I don't know, someone was telling me that they like that it's very similar to Mr. Fantastic. Is that right? Kind of similar
Yeah,
to his power.
yeah, the original Miss Marvel superpower, she's similar to Mr. Fantastic in that she can stretch herself, but she can do way more because she can actually, he just kind of stretches. She can actually make herself bigger, but
Okay.
not like Ant-Man does, but like,
No, I get you.
yeah,
Mhm. But still bigger.
yeah, like she, like, or she can isolate like just her fists, just her feet. I don't know why she would do her feet, but, but yeah,
But
that's
she
what she
could.
can do.
Yeah. No, I got you. I got you. Yeah,
Um,
no, that's interesting. No, I have heard complaints about it. I'll have to watch it though. I'll have to see.
but she's super fun. Like she's just like, she's a very likable
I like
character.
I've I've like seen some things with her. She seems like I really like her stuff.
Yeah, I haven't looked at what other shows or movies she's in. Is she done a lot of stuff before this, or is this like a? I mean, she must have. How do you get hired for a Marvel project without being in a bunch of stuff?
Right. This is her biggest thing. I can't remember off the top of my head what else she's been in.
I'll look
I
it
know it's
up.
been I think stuff, but yeah.
Yes, I will have to look it up. Well, we've created a little bit of a structure today for a movie.
Right?
We got a lot of possibilities. If we were to turn this into a screenplay, we have a lot of directions to go that we set ourselves up for.
Hmm.
I'd love to hire the girls of G Idol to act in this movie. Yuki is a great actor. She's been in a few K dramas. We
Very
could.
cool.
I'd also just like to meet them.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're our age. Like they.
Like
Yeah, they are.
20s.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
very cool.
yeah, that's the end of the episode. I'll put my glasses on for the
I will too.
looking cool again. Speaking of the
Let's go
glasses,
back soon. No, just kidding.
in Top Gun Maverick, they wear the glasses everywhere. Like I saw the scene where Rooster was doing Great Balls of Fire on the piano. He's in a dark bar. Why is he wearing his aviators?
Right. All
I mean,
the
it makes him
time.
look
Yeah, no,
cool, but
yeah, you're not wrong. And it's also like dusk outside. it's,
yeah. Well,
it's just the look of Top Gun, I guess.
yeah. It's good to be back after 2 whole months.
I know it's been too long.
We'll see if we can. I mean, I don't know when the next episode is going to come out. Carter's schedule and my schedule is just up in the air. So, well, the next episode we are going to record, though, is going to be the continuation of the Old Town Road movie because we both really liked that one and we think it has a lot of potential. So, we're going to continue that. But
Indeed.
but for now, let's just jump back into the void.